Most people believe trading is a battle against the market. But that belief is deeply misleading. The real battle is not happening on the charts, inside indicators, or within economic news. The real battle happens in a far more dangerous place, inside your own mind. Two traders can look at the exact same chart. They can use the exact same strategy. They can enter the exact same trade and risk the exact same amount of money. Yet their outcomes will often be completely different. One trader remains calm and focused, accepting whatever happens next. The other begins to panic, doubts his plan, exits early, or worse, starts revenge trading and slowly destroys his entire account. Why does this happen? Because one trader has learned to control his emotions, and the other has not. The market itself rarely destroys traders. Traders destroy themselves through fear, impatience, greed, and the desperate need to be right. And if you stay in this game long enough, the market will eventually reveal this truth to you. Not gently. Not politely. But brutally. Most beginners enter trading believing the missing piece is knowledge. They assume that if they could just find the perfect strategy, the perfect indicator, or the perfect entry signal, everything would finally start working. So they begin a never-ending search. Another strategy. Another YouTube video. Another expensive course promising the secret system that never fails. But something strange slowly begins to happen. The more information they collect, the worse their trading becomes. Their charts become crowded with indicators pointing in different directions. Their mind becomes filled with conflicting opinions. Confidence disappears and confusion replaces it. Every trade suddenly feels uncertain and stressful. What they fail to realize is that the real problem was never the strategy. The real problem was their inability to deal with uncertainty. Trading forces you to face something most people spend their entire lives trying to avoid. Uncertainty. In trading, you can do everything correctly and still lose money. You can follow your plan perfectly and still watch the market move directly against you. And for many people, that reality is psychologically unbearable. Weak traders crave certainty. They want to know the outcome before they even place the trade. They want guarantees that the market will reward them for being right. They want confirmation, validation, and reassurance before every decision. But the market offers none of those things. Strong traders understand something very different. They accept uncertainty as a permanent part of the game. They understand that every trade is nothing more than a probability, a statistical edge that may or may not work this time. Once you truly accept this idea, something powerful begins to change inside your mind. You stop trying to control the market. You stop forcing trades, predicting every movement, or searching for perfect certainty. Instead, your focus shifts to the only thing you actually have control over, your own behavior. The strongest traders in the world are not the ones who predict every move correctly. They are the ones who manage themselves correctly when things go wrong. Anyone can feel confident when trades are winning. Anyone can look like a genius during a strong trend. But the real test appears when the market challenges you. When the trade moves against you. When doubt enters your mind. When fear whispers that maybe this trade will be the one that destroys everything. That moment reveals the true difference between an emotional trader and a disciplined one. Emotional traders panic. They close trades early, move stop losses, or double their risk trying to recover quickly. Disciplined traders simply follow their rules. They accept the loss if it happens, record the trade, and move on to the next opportunity. Over time, this difference becomes enormous. Because in trading, success is rarely determined by a single brilliant trade. It is determined by small behavioral decisions repeated every single day. The market is not a place where intelligence alone guarantees success. Many intelligent people fail here. What truly determines survival is emotional stability, patience, and the ability to act rationally under pressure. And the moment you truly understand this, your trading journey finally begins. Every trader eventually faces a moment that tests everything they believe about their strategy and about themselves. A trade begins to move against them. At first it is only a small move, something that seems normal, something that should not cause concern. But then the market continues moving. Slowly the heart begins to beat faster. The mind begins to whisper dangerous thoughts. Maybe the market is about to reverse. Maybe the stop loss is too tight. Maybe the strategy is suddenly not working anymore. These thoughts appear quietly, but if you are not careful they grow louder and louder until they completely control your actions. Suddenly the trader is no longer following a plan. He is reacting. Reacting to fear, reacting to pressure, reacting to uncertainty. And this is where most accounts are destroyed. Not because the strategy failed, but because discipline failed. Professional traders are not immune to emotions. They feel the same fear and doubt that beginners feel. The difference is that they do not allow those emotions to make decisions for them. They understand that a single trade means almost nothing in the long journey of trading. What truly matters is consistency over hundreds of trades. But beginners often fall into another hidden trap. They become addicted to excitement. They may not realize it, but deep down they crave action. They want the thrill of entering a trade. They want the adrenaline of watching price move quickly. They want to feel like something important is happening. So even when the market offers no clear opportunity, they still trade. When the plan says wait, they ignore it. When their rules say stop for the day, they continue anyway. When their mind becomes tired and unfocused, they keep clicking the button. And slowly the account begins to bleed. One unnecessary trade leads to another. One emotional decision leads to the next. Eventually the trader looks at the account balance and wonders what went wrong. But the answer was always there. The problem was never the market. The problem was the inability to remain patient. Real discipline in trading often looks very boring. Sometimes the best decision you can make is to do nothing at all. To sit quietly and observe the market without placing a trade. To wait for the exact setup that your plan requires. But doing nothing is extremely difficult for impatient minds. Humans are wired to act. We feel uncomfortable when we are waiting. We feel like we are missing opportunities. But experienced traders understand something powerful. The market will always create new opportunities. There is no need to chase them. When you stop chasing trades and start waiting for them, your entire relationship with the market begins to change. Instead of reacting emotionally, you begin acting with intention. Instead of forcing trades, you allow them to appear naturally. This shift may seem small, but over time it transforms the way you trade. Because patience is not simply waiting. Patience is the ability to remain calm while waiting. And calm traders make far better decisions than emotional ones. Over hundreds of trades, that calm behavior becomes an advantage that emotional traders simply cannot compete with. If you observe traders who survive in the markets for many years, you begin to notice something unusual. They are not obsessed with making money on every trade. Instead, they are obsessed with protecting what they already have. Capital protection becomes their first priority. Because they understand a simple but powerful rule that beginners often ignore. Survival comes before profit. A trader who survives long enough will naturally improve with time. Experience slowly sharpens judgment. Mistakes become lessons. Patterns become clearer, but a trader who blows up his account too early never gets the chance to develop those skills. Longevity is the hidden advantage in trading. The longer you stay in the game, the more your understanding grows. And the traders who last the longest are not always the smartest. They are the most disciplined. At some point during the journey, something inside you begins to change. You stop watching every candle as if your life depends on it. You stop chasing every small move in the market. You stop feeling the need to prove that you are right. Instead, you focus on executing your process. One trade. Then the next. Then the next. No excitement. No panic. Just calm repetition of the same rules. And strangely, this is the moment when trading starts to feel boring. Many beginners think boredom is a bad sign. They think trading should always feel intense and exciting. But the opposite is often true. Boredom in trading usually means that emotions are no longer controlling your behavior. It means you are no longer gambling. You are simply following a structured process. The market does not care how intelligent you are. It does not reward effort, hope, or wishful thinking. It rewards behavior. Disciplined behavior leads to survival. Undisciplined behavior leads to elimination. Trading slowly filters people out. Day after day, trade after trade. Emotional traders disappear. Impatient traders disappear. Revenge traders disappear. Only those who learn control remain. This is why trading is not just a financial skill. It is a personal transformation. The market forces you to face your weaknesses. Your impatience. Your fear. Your ego. And if you are honest with yourself, you can slowly begin correcting them. Every loss becomes feedback. Every mistake becomes information. The only requirement is honesty. Not excuses. Not blaming the market. Honest reflection after every trading day. Ask yourself a simple question. Did I follow my rules today? If the answer is yes, then progress is already happening, even if the result was a loss. Because long-term success in trading is not built on a single trade. It is built on thousands of disciplined decisions repeated over time. Eventually something powerful happens. The market no longer feels like an enemy. It becomes simply an environment where you execute your plan. Fear loses its control. Impulsive decisions disappear. And the trader who once struggled with every emotional swing becomes calm and stable. That is the moment when trading truly changes. Because you finally understand the most important lesson of all. The real challenge was never the market. The real challenge was mastering yourself. And once you reach that point, the market can no longer break you.